Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Wednesday the 3rd of August 2022. Now we have more post-match comments from yesterday's game and a few new little things happening in today's news. So let's get on with it. This is from Gary Rowett from news@den.co.uk. Millwall boss assesses Cambridge defeat. Gary Rowett admitted that he was disappointed by the way his side performed in their 1-0 defeat against Cambridge United. The Lions exited the Carabao Cup in the first round after Liam O'Neill's strike secured a narrow victory for the U's. The biggest focus for me was the performance, Rowett explained after the game. We didn't show enough quality, and when you're in the team in the level above, you got to show that. If you don't, it becomes a pretty level game. I've managed and played in plenty of games here where we've turned over bigger teams in the FA Cup. I've managed in plenty of games at Burton where we've turned over teams above us in the Cup. If you don't show that level, that's what happens. I've got no problem with that. I thought Cambridge worked incredibly hard to win the game, but it did feel a little bit like one of those nights. Sometimes you have to just dust yourselves down and try not to get too disappointed. There was a big elation winning the first game of the season. We were sat on top of the league in one game. We certainly had a bit of a leveler 48 hours later. That's football, isn't it? Asked whether Millwall can learn from their poor performance and subsequent defeat, Rowett replied by saying, "We were very poor, that's what I learned. There's nothing really more to say about it," he added. The level wasn't good enough from us, and when you don't create opportunities to kill the opposition off and show your quality, you always give them that chance to have that one moment. We've had twice as many shots as them and the same amount of possession with 10 men for a long period of the game, but we didn't show the killer touch. We didn't show the little bit of quality in the final third that we need to do so better. I could have taken the easy way out in some ways and put Bennett on for 30 minutes, but I had to look at the month ahead really and try not to take that risk. At one point in the game, I had to make sure that the cost wasn't any bigger than losing the game. Yeah, and we'll get onto that later. The obvious thing would have been to take Isaac Olaofe off for Bennett, and that probably would have crushed Isaac Olaofe's spirit. He went off anyway because he got injured, but by then it was too late because you wouldn't risk Bennett for like 2 minutes, because if he doesn't warm up properly and he gets injured coming on, that's not ideal as well. Just to let you know, obviously, Millwall's YouTube channel appears to be dead. They have not uploaded anything to the YouTube channel in 2 months, so it seems they're done with YouTube. Maybe they got a strike or something, I don't know. Maybe there's some funny business going on, I don't know. But so the extended highlights are, of course, on Cambridge United Football Club's YouTube channel. Extended highlights. Currently only set at 914 views, so that's interesting. Yeah, 10 minutes of extended highlights, everything you need to see. So we're going to move on now to this, also from news@den.co.uk. So Gary Rowett praises Millwall striker on debut. Gary Rowett praised Isaac Olaofe after he made his competitive debut for the club. Yeah, that was his first professional game for Millwall. I didn't realise that because we've been talking about him for so long. We've known about him for so long. I assumed that he must have come on at some point in a cup game or something. No, this was it. This was his debut. So that kind of casts a different light on things. The striker came off the bench after just 5 minutes against Cambridge United, replacing the injured Tom Bradshaw for the remainder of the match. No, because he was subbed off as well, so that's not quite correct. He was presented with two good opportunities to equalise late on in the game, but was denied by used goalkeeper Will Mannion and a crossbar in both occasions. However, the Millwall boss praised Olaofe for his performance, adding that the 22-year-old has something to work on ahead of his next appearance for the Lions. He had chances tonight, Rowett admitted following the defeat. I think it was his first appearance for us. For him, he got into some really good positions. He was a handful some of the time, and like any striker, whether you're young or old, you live and die by whether or not you take those chances. I'm not standing here blaming Tanto. I thought he showed some good traits. He looked dangerous, and he got into those positions. He needs to finish one or two of those off, but that's fine. That's what a young striker is there for. I'm glad he's got the chances, and it's certainly something for him to work on. Indeed. And it didn't help with the sending off, because then he was basically playing up front on his own. Mason Bennett was around, but he had to play more deeper after that. So yeah, we didn't really realise that it was his debut. And this is the tweet that Mill put up. Plenty more to come from this man. A Mill debut for academy graduate Isaac Olaofe last night. So yeah. So maybe I think probably I kind of overreacted in yesterday's video. Seeing that it was his debut, it wasn't the best of debuts. Like, he probably could have scored at least one goal, and that would have been a fantastic debut. But like they say, to create the opportunities, to make the opportunities, to get in the positions, that's how it goes. And sometimes you get a bit of luck, sometimes you don't. And seems there's plenty of support for him now from Gary Rowett on the pitch. Last, Tyler Burry was telling him, keep your head up. Don't worry about it, keep your head up. And yeah, hopefully he does turn it around. Because I'm pretty sure that the plan wasn't for him to come on as a sub in the 5th minute. I think the plan is for him to come on as an impact sub with about 20 minutes to go. And I think that's with that in mind, they will probably have some kind of training regime for him to maximize that in terms of sprinting and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they tailor the individual training just for that. So he's probably not doing a lot of endurance work, because why would you need to? You're only going to be playing 20 minutes a game. So you could see, like, at the end of that game, he was kind of looking a bit haggard and knackered, and he didn't really know where to position himself, because he was up front on his own now, and he didn't really know how to play like that with 10 men. But yeah, like they say, that will come, and hopefully next chance he gets, he can just take it and we move on. So, injury woes for Rowett after Lions exit League Cup. Who is injured? Now, this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London Press's online website. Gary Rowett has revealed that Zion Fleming will be out for 2 to 3 weeks after suffering a grade 1 injury to his MCL. That, I believe, is medial cruciate ligament. That's in your knee. The Lions were without the Dutchman during their 1-0 defeat against Cambridge United in the EFL Cup on Tuesday evening. Minutes in, Tom Bradshaw, yeah, we know all that. Rowett told the South London Press, disappointed that we lost Tom Bradshaw and to lose Zion Fleming in the week. He's probably going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, and then to lose Tom Bradshaw early in the game was a bit of a blow for us. Fleming just got a grade 1 injury to his MCL. Again, he just felt that grumbling for a week or two, and then he felt in a tackle at the weekend when he came on. Again, disappointed. It's amazing we get through all pre-season. Last year was a horrific year for moments like that, and we've pretty much started the same. We hope they're not too bad, but it looks like that 3 of those players will be out for the next game. The Mill boss felt that Honeyman's red card shouldn't have been given due to the former Holmau being fouled in the build-up. Rowett said, I'm disappointed with Tom Bradshaw's injury and George Honeyman sending off, because if you watch it, he turns the lad has a swipe at him, it's a clear foul. He doesn't give it, the lad takes it off him and he pulls him back and ends up with a second yellow card. It was avoidable from the official's point of view, it was avoidable from our point of view, and now that we've got to do is count the cost of Fleming, Bradshaw and Honeyman not being available potentially for the next game. Quality was thin on the ground against the League One Cambridge side who booked their spot. Yeah, we know all this. Okay. Isaac Olaofe profited from Bradshaw's misfortune when he was introduced with a stricken striker early on, but he was unable to mark his senior bow for the Lions with a goal. He spurned a golden chance when put through on goal in the final third of the match, just minutes before he saw a header loop off the crossbar. Indeed. And now we're going to finally and hopefully leave that in the past, and we're going to finish the video by talking about these more stuff coming out from the club. Nominate your Millwall fan of the month. Millwall Football Club is on the hunt for its first fan of the month. Do you know a supporter who goes above and beyond for the Lions, perhaps through charity work, following the club up and down the country, or for any other reason? If so, we want to hear from you. Let us know the name of the supporter and why you think they deserve to claim the accolade. The winner will be published on millwallfc.co.uk at the turn of the month. So there you have it. Do you know anyone who is in line for that? Not only that, but they are doing this. So send your photos in for Mill's Junior Alliance photo wall. So the Junior Alliance photo wall is back. This season in Zampa Family Stand, a gallery of images at the club's junior lines will be displayed, and we want you to feature. Do you possess a photo of your favourite player, perhaps a Zampa and Bellina in your favourite kit? Send it in today. So you send the pictures in, send your entry into junior lines at millwallplc.com. So obviously the idea is you send your picture in and they'll print it up and put it on the wall, and then when your kid goes to the game, you can point it out and say, look, I'm on the wall. Isn't that nice? Kind of like what they did with the Crowdies, but on a smaller scale. So there you have that. And we're going to finish today's video by looking at this. RDI joined Millwall as Platinum Partners, RDI Solutions. Millwall Football Club is pleased to confirm RDI Solutions as new Platinum Partners of the Lions. RDI is one of the UK's leading tax incentive and innovation management advisors. With their analysts and technical experts, RDI Solutions manage over 120 million of tax incentives annually for a broad range of clients, including some of the world's best known brands. We're delighted to be partner with Millwall Football Club as a platinum partner for the upcoming season, said Freddie Hughes, head of sales at RDI Solutions. Like the EFL Championship, the R&D tax credit market is super competitive, but we feel our aspirations are aligned with Millwall's. RDI Solutions pride ourselves on continuous progression, growing internally and constantly providing a better service for both new and existing clients alike. We're excited for the season ahead and look forward to working alongside the club. So there you have it. Fantastic stuff. Another sponsor through the door, isn't that great? And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.